Hey everyone, my name is Patrick. Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about procrastination. It's definitely not something I'm a master at, but it's something I've got better at over the years. I used to always procrastinate in school. I leave the assignments to the last minute and stress over it so much. Sometimes I got a good result, but I felt so stressed and it just wasn't a nice way. Also, more recently in my life, making videos, sometimes I procrastinate starting making the video or editing it and I get nothing done and I feel guilty. Even this morning I was procrastinating making this very video. So in this video I'm going to share with you guys 5 ways I use to overcome procrastination. Right, so this is a very unique camera angle. It's so high up looking down, but I wanted to capture the whole landscape. The first step to overcome procrastination is to be honest with yourself. Okay, that camera angle is way too high, but ask yourself, why are you not doing the thing that you think you should be doing? Is it because it doesn't actually excite you and it's just something you think you should be doing? As I talk about in a lot of my videos, I believe in something called following your highest excitement, which means every moment you do the thing that excites you the most. If you want to see more about this, watch my video called The Only Thing You Should Do Every Moment. So after you ask yourself, why am I not doing the thing I think I should be doing? If the answer is because it doesn't excite you and you just think it's boring, then go do what excites you. Another common answer is maybe the thing that you're not doing, you're procrastinating, is something that actually excites you, but there's a limiting belief or you're scared to do that thing. So ask yourself, what would I have to believe is true to feel this way about this thing? Find out what the limiting belief is about the thing that you're afraid to do. Let me give you some examples. So for example, a few weeks ago, I was thinking I wanted to start uploading more regularly. The previous week I uploaded on Wednesday and Sunday, so I wanted to keep that going the next week. And the next Wednesday, I knew I still had a lot to do, but I rushed the video the whole day. I spent the entire day and night editing, especially in the night time. I really wanted to relax and finish it the next day. But I said I have to finish it today, and I really pushed myself and stressed, and I did finish it. But I realized it really wasn't worth it because I had a lot of stress. I could have enjoyed myself doing something else and finish it the next day, and it wouldn't have made a difference. That's an example for the first part. If you ask yourself, why am I not doing this? And you realize that it doesn't even excite you, then maybe you don't need to push yourself to do it. Because if you do, then it's most likely not going to end up in a good result anyway. A good process ends up in a good result. If you don't enjoy the process, probably result won't be good. And I could have avoided this situation if I was honest with myself and said, it's not my highest excitement to finish this thing right now. I know mentally I want to finish it, but it's not for the best. It's best that I just relax now and I finish it tomorrow, and that would have led to less stress. And another example, if you ask yourself that question and you find out you're not doing the thing you think you should be doing because it scares you or because there's a limiting belief, was often at the start of making videos. Like for example, I remember a video back in Vietnam called How to Have More Motivation. At the start of this day, I think I talk about it in this video as well, I really wasn't feeling motivated, didn't feel like filming a video, partially because I didn't know what to do and I didn't know where to start. But then after I started, I felt much better, and I've noticed the same thing often for workouts as well. There's a bit of resistance before it. I realized it is my highest excitement. There's just a bit of resistance and maybe a bit of fear about getting to the gym or start filming the video. But after it, you feel good. Where if it's something that's not truly you're excited and you do it, it will most likely result in stress. So the first step to overcome procrastination is to be honest with yourself. Ask yourself why you're not doing the thing you think you should be doing. If it doesn't excite you, then go do what excites you. If it's because you're afraid or have a limiting belief, then find out what that limiting belief is by asking yourself, what would I have to believe is true to feel this way about this thing? And the second thing you need to do to overcome procrastination is to create leverage. And by this, I'm referring to what I read in Tony Robbins' book, Awaken the Giant Within. I think that's what it's called. In this book, he talks about what we link pain to and what we link pleasure to determines all of our behavior. Let's say, for example, right now, you want to start working out, but what you're doing is you're sitting on the lounge, eating chips, watching TV. It's because you associate more pain with working out and you associate pleasure with watching TV and eating some chips. But if you switch it around, if you were to create leverage by associating pleasure to working out and associating pain to sitting on the couch, eating chips, watching TV. And guys, by the way, give me a like button for climbing this tree. It wasn't easy, it took me many attempts. The way to change what you link pain and pleasure to, the best way to do that is to ask yourself questions. Ask yourself questions which will make you link pain to the old behavior. For example, what has this cost me in the past? How has it impacted my health, my family, my relationships, my finances? How is it impacting me in the present? And how will it impact me in the future? If I continue to do this behavior, for example, sitting watching TV all day, how will this impact me in the future? The more emotional you get about it, the more effective it is. The more pain you link to that behavior, the more likely you'll be to go away from it. And once you've done that, you want to ask questions to associate pleasure to the thing that you want to do, the thing that you procrastinate away from doing. So let's say that is working out. You ask yourself questions such as, what opportunities will it give me if I start working out? How will it improve my future and my present if I start doing this thing? How will it impact my family, my health, my finances, my relationships, my romantic life, my pet life, whatever it is, if I start doing this new behavior? And if you get really emotional about it, then you create leverage and you'll start associating pain to the old behavior and pleasure to the new one. And that will make you more inclined to stop procrastinating and start taking more favorable actions. All right, now let's get down from this tree. I just thought of a weird analogy as I was climbing back up this tree to get the phone back down. I thought just then when I put my foot up, I don't have enough strength to pull myself up. But when I put my hands around the branch, it's like getting more leverage. And that's what this does, associating pain to the old behavior and pleasure to the new one. It gives you leverage so you can get up, so you can stop procrastinating and you can take that action. The third step is to just decide and take the first step. Take action. There's something magical about taking the first step, even when you're completely not ready, or when you have fears, or there's some type of resistance. Once you take that first step, it's like the whole universe then wants to support you and will do whatever it can to make the rest of the process a lot smoother. Let me give you guys a few examples, and these first two are kind of weird, I guess kind of small examples. But one of them was, I remember a few years ago, I was in a workplace and I forgot someone's name. I decided that I was going to walk up to them, and by the time I got to them, I would remember their name. And it was a complete gamble, but I just walked up to them. And when I was about 2 steps away, their name popped into my head and I said, "Hi, so-and-so," and I used their name. And another example is, I think yesterday or a few days ago, I was writing some notes in my phone. I was looking for a particular word and I couldn't think of the word, but then I just started typing and the word came to me because I just started. Because when you start, you're in the vibration of doing and knowing, and then what you need to know will come to you. Maybe a more real life example is with my YouTube videos. Sometimes I don't know what to talk about, or I don't feel motivated, or I'm scared to start. But once I just start the video, that's the hardest part, and everything else just happens. Once I start, I know what to say and everything works out well. Other examples, once you just get into the gym. Often I have a good workout, but sometimes the most difficult part is just getting to the gym. The most difficult part is just stepping into the cold shower for the first few seconds. After that, it's much easier. And as I mentioned earlier in this video, I was actually procrastinating kind of today. And it's funny because this video is about procrastination and I was procrastinating. But anyway, once I took that first step, once I went out, started filming that scooter B-roll and talked about the first point, now I feel in the flow and the ball is rolling. And I know exactly what to do and I'm going to finish what I started. So right now, if it's your highest excitement, what I want you to do is to take one small step on one thing that you've been procrastinating. If that's working out, start with the first exercise, the first rep, and see where it goes from there. If it's filming a video, just start with the first video, plan it and start. If it's going for a walk, just take that first step. If there's a book you want to start reading, read the first page. Maybe there's a decision you need to make with some business or schooling or relationships. So make that decision and take the first step. And there's actually something I need to do as well, which I've been procrastinating. I bought my drone in Vietnam, so it has like the adapter over there, the power plug thing, so I need to get the Australian adapter so I can charge my drone. But first I'm going to explore this little path here. Apparently there's been reportings of snake in this area, so that's kind of exciting. Whoa. Is this a pea? Looks like a pea pod to me. Should I eat it? No, just kidding. Wow, this is really nice. Nice outdoor area, lots of greenery and birds. Even some mattresses here and camping spot, I guess. Now I'm going to head home and I'm going to take action. I'm going to take that first step on the thing I said I need to do, and I want you to do the same right now. Right, it is now the next day, and the fourth point to stop procrastinating is to shake it up. By shake it up, I mean make the activity more fun. So if you've been procrastinating working out, for example, try working out with a friend. And that's what I'm doing today. Frank is behind the camera and we're going to be working out soon. And another example is washing the dishes. To make that more fun, you can put on some music, or you can do that with working out as well. Any other examples, bro?
Different locations.
Yeah, different locations for working out or studying. Let's say you want to read a book, maybe try go outside, and that might make it more fun, sit in the sunlight reading books. So yeah, that's the fourth point for stopping procrastination. Right, just had a good workout with Frank, trained chest and back. And now let's get on to the fifth way to stop procrastinating. This is actually my third time filming this, because the first two times, for some reason my phone added music underneath the video clips. So hopefully this time it doesn't do that. The fifth point is perfectionism paralyzes you. And I actually changed this point. The first take I said this, I said fail more often. And I was talking about how failure is a part of success. And when you fail, you learn from your mistakes and you move on. And I think that's quite true. I feel like it gave the impression that maybe you should aim for failure, which is not really what I'm saying. I think you should aim for success. You should take lots of action, but be okay with failure. Failure is okay when it happens because you can use it as a stepping stone to move you forward in life. You can learn from it and keep moving forward. But if you're too afraid of failure and you have too much of a perfectionism mindset, then it will stop you from even taking the first step or stop you from doing anything. When I used to make drum covers, sometimes I was too perfectionist and it would stop me from uploading a video because I had some small little mistakes. Or for vlogs, like these type of videos, sometimes, especially in the beginning, I had too high standards and I wouldn't upload anything because I felt like it had to be perfect. Another example is I've been learning Vietnamese for a while now, kind of on and off. But I've noticed, especially when you're practicing with people, you're going to make so many mistakes when you're learning a new language, and you just need to accept that and know that it's part of the process. And if you have the mindset where you can't make any mistakes or have any failures, then you will never practice and you never learn. So fail as often as you can, not intentionally, but take action as often as you can and accept the failures and learn from them. And another famous example, man, the birds are so loud here. But another famous example is Thomas Edison. When he was making the light bulb, I think it was, it took him 1,000 attempts and he failed all of those once. And then on the 1,001st or the 1,000th, he finally had success, but he had to go through 1,000 failures to get there. And he said something like, each failure took him one step closer to success. And I really feel the same about that in my life, especially when it comes to making videos. A reminder to you guys, like I said earlier in this video, if you haven't taken the first step yet, I want you to stop this video right now, pause it, and go do one thing that you've been procrastinating for a while. Or at least make a decision and write down that you've got to do it today or whenever you're free this week. Okay, for some reason my phone, maybe this app, keeps adding music to the video, so I'm going to end the video right now. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you click the like button. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and click the bell so you get notified for new videos. And I will see you guys next time. Alright, so the third way to stop procrastinating